Good morning. Hi. This is Storytime for Growing Beans with Miss Allison. That's me, and I'm at the Pinson Public Library. I'm so glad that you could join me today and are watching this video. Today we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is coming up pretty soon. Valentine's Day is a special day where we show the people in our lives that we love them and that we care about them. And it can be a pretty big deal. Like if you go to school, you might get Valentines to give to your friends and your classmates, or you might make a Valentine for your parents or for your grandparents or for your brothers and sisters. Valentines can be a lot of different things, right? You can give candy and cards and flowers, toys, all kinds of cool things. Or a Valentine can be a simple hug, right? All right, so we are going to read a story together and we're going to do an activity together. I'm ready to get started. Are you ready? All right, let's go. So our book today is called Apple Cake, A Recipe for Love, and it was written and illustrated by Julie Patchkiss. Beautiful, kind, brilliant Ida. There's Ida. She always kept her nose in a book. What could be more interesting than her book? So Ida loves to read. But there's some pretty interesting stuff going on around her, right? Here's someone who's trying to give her a lot of flowers. But is she paying attention? Nope, she's reading her book. Ida never looked up, no matter what Alfonso did. So he decided to bake her a cake. So Alfonso wants to talk to Ida, but Ida's too busy reading her book. So he decides he's going to bake a cake. Do you think Ida will stop reading her book for a cake? Maybe. First, he took 3 apples. 1 was green and 2 were red. So he got on his horse and he went up the mountain to the apples and then back down the mountain again with his 3 apples. He peeled the apples, cut them up, and set them in water while he made the batter. Very fancy. In a new bowl, he beat or stirred 2 tablespoons of butter from the sun and a cup of sugar from the clouds. He took an egg from a nest on a tall, tall tree and he added it to the bowl. Climbed way up the tree to get an egg. He didn't just go to the grocery store, did he? He sifted a cup of flour and a teaspoon of baking soda to make it rise. So maybe that's snow or sand. It must be snowing flour and baking soda. And he got a tiny bit of salt from the ocean. Who else is in the ocean? There's salt in the ocean, and there's some fish and a whale and an octopus. Would you go to the ocean to get some salt to bake a cake? You could probably find some at home or maybe just the grocery store, right? You don't have to go to the ocean. He stirred the apples and the batter together. So can you pretend that you have, oh, let me show you the pictures first. There's the pictures. Can you pretend that you have a big bowl, like you're holding a big bowl, and then you're going to take your fist like you're holding a big spoon, and can you stir your batter? Stir it, make sure it all gets mixed together. Stir more, stir fast. Good job. All right. I think our cake batter is stirred together. He actually got in his cake batter and swam in it to stir it. Don't think I recommend that. And he stirred in 3 wishes. 1 was bitter and 2 were sweet. So he stirred in a wish about a dragon, which was the bitter wish, and 2 were sweet. His 2 sweet wishes are him with Miss Ida. He sprinkled the cake with cinnamon and sugar, and then he baked it. All right, we're going to sprinkle it with cinnamon and sugar. Can you sprinkle? Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, and now he actually took his cake to a dragon to cook it. Can you pretend that you're a dragon and you have flames coming out of your mouth? Ready? Like you're going to cook a cake if you were a dragon. How would you cook a cake if you were a dragon? Ida smelled something delicious. She peeked. She put down her book. Alfonso handed her the apple cake. So what happened? Is she still looking at her book? No, she put her book down, right, to see Alfonso and his special apple cake. Ida looked right at Alfonso. She smiled. He smiled. How do you think Alfonso feels? He's happy, right? He put all that work into a fancy cake, and Ida noticed. And together they ate the cake all up. And between them they have a heart. The end. All right, so Ida was too busy doing what to pay attention to what Alfonso was doing? She was too busy reading her book, right? What did Alfonso decide to make? What kind of cake was he going to make? An apple cake, right? And he gathered all of the ingredients and he stirred it all together and he sprinkled it with cinnamon sugar and he baked it. And then he brought it to Ida, sort of like a Valentine, like the cake is his Valentine for her. And did Ida put down her book? She did, right? And they ate the cake together and they seemed to be pretty happy about it. All right, so next we're going to do an activity together. We're going to talk about the different people who you can give Valentines to. So Valentines can, like I said, can be pretty easy. It can be like candy or flowers or a balloon or even just a card that you draw yourself and you design it and you color a pretty picture, or it can be just a hug, right? So there's lots of different ways that you can give Valentines to the people that you love on Valentine's Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about who you can give those Valentines to. So I have some hearts here and we're going to see how many we have and who all we can give our heart Valentines to. So Valentines, how many do you see? Can you count them with me? So we have 1 and it's for Father. Put that right there. And we have 1 and it's for Mother. Put that right there. And we have 1 for Grandma too. Put it right there. And then we have 1 for Sister. Put that one right there. And one for brother. And here is one for you. All right, there's all of our Valentines. Let's see how many we have. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 Valentines, right? And you can give your Valentines to whoever you want to. We just had some suggestions like mother and father and grandmother and grandfather and sister and brother. And I give a Valentine to you, right? Because I love you all. And I wish that we could be together on Valentine's Day. But you know what? There's always next year, right? And don't forget, you can sign up to get a Valentine Be Mine bundle from the library. I'm going to put the link for that in the description for the video, so you can sign up to get a Valentine from the library, because we love all of our patrons and we love our community. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're staying well and you're keeping your hands nice and clean. And I miss you a lot, and I can't wait to see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.